Imagine a land before time, where even the river and the wind holds meaning. A landscape of legend and lore, of ceremony and song. A world of stories, passed on for generations. These are the dreamings of the Nyikina.
Kanjiba was a great hunter. He could walk miles and distance looking for the food to catch to give back to his family. As a great hunter, he could be able to track down kangaroos through grassy plains and rocky plains, and even telling the difference between the tracks from yesterday or day before or the week or the month before. He had all them attributes as a hunter, and he was proud of himself that he was a great hunter for his family. Unfortunately, Kanjiba had a grandfather that was very greedy. And as a greedy grandfather, he always tricked Kanjiba, his grandson. Any time when Kanjiba used to come back with a kangaroo meat, his grandfather used to finish it all up greedily. Jambadoo was a greedy old man. Any time when Kanjiba used to come back with kangaroo meat, Jambadoo used to get overexcited. And when Kanjiba, his grandson, wasn't around, he used to eat the whole meat for himself. And by tribal law, each meat needed to be separated according to kin. And Jambadoo never did that. He kept the meat all for himself, even the fat. Go out and get some more, pretending to say that he's seen some. When you go away, he told him, I'll eventually cook that meat, and by the time when you come back, the kangaroo should be cooked. But when he came back, all the kangaroo meat and even the fat, the best bit of the meat, was all gobbled up by his greedy grandfather. But didn't realize that until later. At first, he seen his grandfather sitting near the fire innocently. Turning around with surprise, he said, "Oh, finally you came back, but unfortunately, the meat is all gone. You were away for too long. Look, to prove the point, there's many tracks at dinner camp. All the relatives came, uncles, aunties, so forth and so forth. Look, have a look. There's footprints." And looking at the footprints, he knew his grandfather was lying, because the footprints were made by his grandfather. They were all the same size. But anyway, his grandson bottled up his anger and pretended to believe his grandfather for a while. Yeah, this happened several times. Telling his grandson. But Kanjiba knew it was a trick. He figured out that his grandfather was a really greedy old man. Yeah, bottling up his anger, Kanjiba had enough. So next time when he went out hunting, he got a big kangaroo. But this time he didn't bring it back to the dinner camp. He took it at a location far away from dinner camp, cooking the meat far above this one small hill. While he was cooking it, and the kangaroo was cooked, the old man, his grandfather, smelt the meat from a distance, picked up by the wind. So he followed the smell, tracking the smell towards the hill. He climbed up above, not far from the hill, seeing his grandson on top of the hill, he called out. He said, "Hey, grandson, where's my share? Hopefully you got some meat for me, because I love my fat and my meat. Please give me some." Kanjiba said, "Oh, you're hungry now, as always. I'll give you some." So he wrapped up the kangaroo meat with the fat and some coals, and he threw it down to his grandfather. Not knowing his grandfather gonna catch it, but he had opened his mouth and then came down the meat into his mouth, burning him inside. He called out with a loud cry and fell down dead. Kanjiba felt so bad, grief and remorse. His intention was not to kill the old man, but teach him a lesson